What's the easiest choice you can make? Window instead of middle seat? Picking a vendor who sends a great gift basket? Outsourcing business tasks you hate? What about selling with Shopify? Whether you're selling a little or a lot, Shopify helps you do your thing, however you cha-ching. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage to the first real-life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit a million orders stage. Shopify's there to help you grow. Whether you're selling scented soap or offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell. Wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/try. Go to shopify.com/try now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/try.
Denim is in demand at Plato's Closet in West Ashley and North Charleston. Get cash on the spot for everything denim. Bring in your trendy and classic styles of gently used name brand denim. Get paid for your denim shorts, skirts, jackets, jeans, and more. We're looking for denim that is blue, black, or a bold color, and jeans in styles like mom jeans, bootcut, baggy, flared, and ripped. We want everything denim. Sell your denim for cash at Plato's Closet today. Plato's Closet, located in West Ashley on Sam Rittenberg Boulevard and North Charleston on Rivers Avenue.
Hashtag no music, no intro. Ryan, this is number 5. This is the 5th fucking emergency fucking podcast that we have to record since we started this shit. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. But before we start, you know what? I'm gonna plug our shit, and I want to give a lot of love to our Patreon. So we've been talking about it. We got something in store for our Patreon. So this is what the announcement is. I want to say it now before, so everyone kind of hears it at the beginning instead of turning off like the pod like halfway in. So if you are a Patreon subscriber of the hashtag Saints Twitter podcast, Ryan and I have worked diligently with a stalwart of the New Orleans local business community. You can follow her on Twitter at Nola Hat Plug. She does amazing work in terms of masks, beanies, hats, Saints of Pearl, other stuff. We partner with her, and we have official hashtag Saints Twitter podcast masks that are coming probably within the next two to 3 weeks, and we'll get the shipment in. And here's the thing: for all our Patreons who are already Patreon and contribute to the podcast, I believe there's 24 up top of my head right now. You get a mask, boom, just for supporting us. As a thanks to us, we'll mail it out to you. The only thing that we ask is that when you get it, rock that shit, put it on fucking Twitter, take a fucking picture of you rocking the mask. But that's just something for us appreciating, you guys, not guys, but you all in terms of supporting us and have been for months. And then if you're like listening to this and like, oh shit, well, I want a hashtag Saints Twitter, mask, then you gotta bring something to the table. So what I'm saying is that if you're interested in a mask, so as of right now, we already know who the Patreons who have been Patreons up to this point. So they already got one. So after today, if you become a Patreon subscriber, at least at the $5 level, then at that point we'll do a mask to you as well. If we have to, we'll order another shipment. But that's what our goal is. That's what our plan is. And so when we get the mask in, like I said, they should come in between 2 to 3 weeks. They'll be going out to the Patreons who support us already. And we greatly appreciate it. And if you want to subscribe or you want to become a Patreon, just go to patreon.com, search Saints Twitter or hashtag Saints Twitter podcast. You'll find us and just become a Patreon. It's really simple.
Really? Yeah, do that. And, we really want to grow this podcast into something like super awesome. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want this podcast to be like just the Saints Twitter. Like, Saints Twitter is already like legendary, and just having the flagship podcast for Saints Twitter just think how big that could be years to come. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we need you guys support. You know, me and Adam, we got our day jobs. We do this as a hobby and for fun, but we want to make it, we want to provide a great product. You know, it's solid now, but we want it to be top tier. So we can't do it without your help.
Top tier. And shout out to Nola Hat Plug. Like she DM'd me last night and said like, yo, like I'm gonna send you, come up with a couple of designs. I'm gonna shoot them over to you guys, and you guys decide like which we like.
That's love.
Right? Like, come on now.
And it's all Saints Twitter. You heard me?
That's it. That's it. We're a family. So that's our little plug. But let's get into why we're even fucking recording this podcast at 8:30 Pacific time. It's 10:30 your time on a Friday night. I should be playing a video game, watching more documentaries on Lacey Peterson. You know what? Can't do it because the Saints will be starting, more than likely will be starting Traquan Smith and Marquez Callaway at wide receiver on Sunday when they play a very important divisional game against the Panthers, because Michael Thomas aggravated his hamstring in practice. So he was trending towards playing, and then so he's out. But whatever. The Saints have been dealing with this. But then Emanuel Sanders, their prize possession that they signed in free agency, he has COVID, and so he's going to be out for this week against the Panthers. And then according to KT, Captain Terrell of the Advocate, he's also, because of he's showing he's symptomatic, so it's not like he's even asymptomatic, he's not going to be able to play for the game next week at Chicago.
Yeah.
Oh, why? And this, when we tell you to detach yourself emotionally from this, from not just the Saints, like whatever teams you support, when you detach yourself, this does not bother you. Like, it just becomes something that you read and you laugh about and you say, a fucking course. I don't know, Ryan. I don't know what to do with this team. I had no clue. If you read between the lines, like Sean Payton threw some shade at Emmanuel Sanders, like, we know how he got it. Like, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Excuse me?
Fucking show the fucking asshole, bro. Like, that's my coach, though, man.
He's like a married man with a kid. Like, what? Right. Like what? I don't know, Ryan. I don't know, man. I don't.
So, I mean, who knows how he got it? I guess he went home, and shit, you know what I'm saying? He went home and probably was living a little free, no mask, nothing, just chilling. And, I mean, what happens is going to happen. Look, players are going to get the virus. It just sucks that it's at a position on the side of a ball that we're trying to get, like, the hope was, okay, they're coming off this bye week. They got a chance to lick their wounds, just take a look at things, retool, tweak some things. We talked on the last podcast. Sean Payton going to sit back in the lab, tweak some things here and there. You get Mike Thomas back. He healthy. Emmanuel Sanders, he been coming on. Nope. Both of them. And the Mike Thomas, I think you have sources that, the Mike Thomas injury, it's legit an injury.
Yeah. It's a legitimate.
Man, I just can't help fulfill.
It was a legitimate injury. He had a setback, and then I think if you're a Saints fan, you could take some solace a little bit in Mike. Like, just seeing him be interactive with his teammates on Twitter. Like, I saw him being interactive today with like Cam Jordan on Twitter. Like, and it's really dumb that we as fans like look into shit like this, because that's just what the age is. But I will say, as a Saints fan, you could take some solace in that, because there's no more of that like subtweeting, like weird energy. Like, I don't get that sense from him anymore. And it sounds like he had a legitimate setback, and it is injury related.
And it's common too. It's common because you get a high ankle sprain. With a high ankle sprain, you just basically you can't do nothing. Like, it's not like you could, when you rehab a high ankle sprain, it's not like you run on it. You know what I'm saying? You just got to you wear the boot and you just try not to aggravate the injury. So during that time, you're not working out that leg muscle. You know what I'm saying? So then when you get back to running around, you end up. That's why high ankle sprains suck. Like it's one of the worst injuries because it's not like you go on IR and you're out, but it's just like it's something you got to deal with all year. Poor Mike. I mean, he missed one game before that? Like he was a Superman. You know what I'm saying? Never missed a game. And the dude loves football more. I mean, he's crazy. The dude nuts. Loves football. You know, dude just want to play football. But it's just one of those seasons, man, where a guy he's so critical to the Saints offense, so critical, but they just got to, man. It's gonna be more games where offense is just hard and trying to figure out how to get points and just enough to win. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be one of those games, and hopefully let youngsters step up.
I don't know what to do. Here's the thing. We've seen Traquan step up, but like this is the first. Like he's going to be like the number one because even though he's had big games with, Mike,
the most experienced. He's going to be the most experienced wide receiver on the field. Like he's going to be the most experienced veteran wide receiver on the field.
Are you confident that Austin Carr is going to?
Oh, go ahead. I ain't confident about shit.
You don't have any faith in Matt make America great again, Austin Carr? Like there's no hope in that?
No, please, man. Please.
It's weird. I will say a silver lining that I'm seeing, like I'm gonna take from it is we talked about like, let's see some more Callaway. Well, we are for sure gonna see some more of number 12 out there, even though that number should probably be retired. But we're gonna see more of him. And then I kind of went on a tiny tangent on Twitter today. But hey, Adam Troutman, bruh, you third round pick. Third round pick, like you gotta show up. Like you gotta show up.
Bro.
This should be a game where Sean, and I tweeted this earlier. Alvin and Latavius need to get like 40 carries, like between them. Like that. That's it. Like 40 carries. Yeah. When there's shots, take your play action. 20-yard, 25-yard pass to move the ball down the field. But they're so depleted, Ryan. And we talked about in the last pod how even though the offense hasn't been good, like they've been putting up consistent 30 points, which is crazy. Sunday though? Ooh, boy.
It's gonna be hard, man. But we've seen Sean just kind of cook up games here and there, even with subpar talent. So, hopefully you get one of those games. I don't know though, man. I mean, like you said, they have to run the ball. I mean, this Panthers defense can be ran on. They don't defend the run very well. So you have to start, and the Saints have done this the past couple of weeks. Like you see Murray getting that first carry and he runs it hard, and so, I mean, they've tried to establish it. They just need to stick with it this week because I think, if anything, that'll carry them home. And it'll be so effective with the play action. Get these tight ends involved, man. Jared Cook, he makes, one or two big plays a game. Gotta get some cooking with him. Get Adam Troutman involved. Alvin Kamara, you got to let him just go off. I don't know. I feel like he's going to go off this week. I feel like this is
you put your Bane voice on. it will be needed.
I feel like it's just a Kamara week, man. I still feel like the Saints should win this game, but man, Carolina just one of those teams. I mean, look, y'all can go listen to the preview we did a couple of days ago, if you want more details on that game. But I feel like that's just it's a frisky team that just kind of plays. It's just it feels like those type of teams one of those teams that just kind of, aggravates the shit out the Saints. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, like, why aren't we winning by more? Like, why are we only up by 3 right now? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I could just see it being one of those types of games. I hope not.
Yes. Like, yes. Like 100% to all those things. And the thing that in the most Saints news ever, right? So you have Emanuel Sanders gets reported today that he has COVID. Then we know that Mike Thomas isn't going to play because of his hamstring / ankle. And then the team that the Saints for sure are probably the most concerned about in the division, they just happen to sign Antonio Brown.
Fucking Brown, bro.
AB. I guess like it's just weird, man. Like it's just crazy to me that it shouldn't be because it's the NFL. Like he was cut from the Patriots because literally it came out that he allegedly may have like nutted all over some female's back without her consent.
Yeah.
But
and not just that, but then like text her like threatening her like, bitch, why the fuck you gonna go tell
Like I'm not okay. So sorry, I am not laughing or condoning. It's just the
we laugh at pain here. We laugh at pain.
The insanity, just the insanity. And so they signed Antonio Brown, and if the NFL does not levy more games to him to be suspended, which that's still like that was even on the table even before he signed with another team. But if they don't, do you know what first game he's able to play against Ryan?
You already know. And it's just it's crazy. It wasn't the last game he played. The last game he played was with the Patriots. He had that one game
against Miami.
Before that, but before that, the last game he played was in the Dome against the Saints. Down the stretch of 2018, Saints was trying to get a win. And homeboy just
get a win, and also get home field advantage in the playoffs. It was a huge. That was besides the playoff games, the biggest regular season Saints game there's been in a very long time.
Oh, it was so big, and it was huge for the Steelers too because they were just trying to get into playoffs.
Yes, that's right. And
so it was just desperate. You know what I'm saying? And homie went off.
His performance, I had no words, Ryan. Like no words. Like it's insane. It's not often that we watch a lot of football. It's not often that we see a receiver legitimately put a team on his back and will them to victory, but he damn near did. Like, and that was Marshawn when Marshawn was like, not this year's Marshawn. This was like the good Marshawn.
Yeah, he was covering, but it was nothing you could do.
Nothing. No, the throws, the catches. I remember that fourth down when the Steelers had to trying to drive down the field. And
oh man, he was slowly snatching your heart out your chest. That's what it felt like. It's like he doing this, man. So this dude gonna be in our fucking division. Are you fucking kidding me?
Tom Brady
throwing to him. Just step back for a second. Step back and just think about that shit. Like just rewind a year ago, and if I told you, yeah, Tom Brady's gonna be playing for the Bucs, he's gonna be throwing to Mike Evans, Antonio Brown, and Chris Goodwin and all those guys. Yeah, that's what's gonna be happening next year. You better shut the fuck up.
And can we go back in time? Go back in time. If Drew retires, Tom Brady's the Saints quarterback. I don't care what anyone tells me. No one will can tell me different that if Drew would have retired this offseason, because both Sean Payton and Tom Brady had a mutual affection for each other, he would have been the quarterback of the Saints this season.
Sean Payton had them texts ready, boy.
They was ready. And plus, if you look at it from Tom Brady's perspective, what did he want? He wanted to go to a team that had weapons and had an offensive line, and he was in an offensive coach. Like it would have happened. And I'm not trying to and I'm not
He wanted to play for the Sean Payton. He wanted to play for Sean Payton. It's not a surprise.
Yep.
Which of course he would. And I just think back to like that 2009 game where we whooped the Patriots. And man, like Tom Brady just standing across, just looking like, damn. Not even and it's not that Tom Brady hadn't had like some of the greatest offenses ever. He's had great offenses, but I'm just sure he was just like, man, it looked like they're having fun. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
He's like,
it's not the same like that in New England, like all them years. Like they turning up over there. Like what? You can win and have fun? What? It's just it's not the, and here's the thing. There's a trade deadline coming up. Like we talked about, like when we talked about Ryan Kerrigan on the last episode on the Panthers preview pod, someone we want the Saints to go after, to add more pass rush defensive line. Now, like I'm not saying like you can go and trade for a wide receiver and that's going to be the fixing of everything, but I would just say I don't want to say unreliability, but just what's happened in the wide receiver room. Like Kyle Shanahan basically came out today and said Dante Pettis is available. I've wanted Dante Pettis for 2 seasons. I loved him at Washington. For whatever reason, him and Kyle has not worked out as a 49er. He's had moments as a player of showing that he can play in the league. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like,
you should be able to get him for basically nothing, too.
But basically nothing. Like when your coach comes out and just says,
that's like a conditional 7th round,
6th round at the most. Like, can we please go get someone, just someone?
I've been thinking about it. Like, man, who could trade for, man? Like, no, it seems like Geno Atkins and Carlos Dunlap. They're kind of unhappy. The Bengals.
Those two, you have Ryan Kerrigan. If you want to look at the offensive side of the ball, you have Dante Pettis. And I mean, I hated the trade when it happened. I loved him as a player. I don't think they would ever trade for him back because there's that weirdness. But can we bring Kenny home, man? Bring Kenny home.
I would love to have Kenny. I would love to have Kenny. Man.
That touchdown he caught in that New England game, like the one that, speaking of Tom Brady, who came back and won at the end with the egregious hold on Junior Gillette. But he had one of the best touchdown catches in that game. I've always loved Kenny. There's rumblings that potentially him or Brandon Cooks could be had for it. Could you imagine, bro? Could you imagine they brought him back and just said, you know what? All you're gonna do is just run these clear out routes.
You run them clear outs, motherfucker.
And don't get hit because you might not get back up.
Boy, Brandon Cooks, boy, he just don't. You don't even know where he at when he wake up. Like, fuck. What the fuck am I? Oh shit.
He living memento every day, bro.
He got a tattoo where he at. Okay, I'm with the Texans today. Okay. The Texans. Imagine that shit.
Okay, we should be live because he honestly, I don't know why he's playing football anymore at this point. Like, I don't.
Me personally, if I was a head coach, I couldn't play him.
Couldn't.
I wouldn't sign him. Like, God bless him. Like, I know you want to make money and all that, and he deserves to make money. But me, I couldn't with a good conscience just put him on the field.
I mean, I think that shows the difference between us and, like, I had the same feelings about Jordan Reed. Like,
same thing, same damn thing. I couldn't do it. Like, bro, I'll hire you. You could coach. You could be an assistant. Do something. I'll do something to help you out, but I can't put you on the field, bro. I can't do it.
I tweeted this after the preview pod went up. Like, Eli Apple and Keith Kirkwood are just so insignificant to us. Like, we didn't even mention them on the preview show, like, at all, bro. Like,
just because of that, Eli Apple gonna get a pick.
Oh, it is written. It is fucking written. And he was injured, so I know he's questionable for the game. Speaking of COVID issues, Rasul Douglas, a cornerback that starts for the Panthers, he's on the COVID list, so he's not going to play. Sounds like they're starting cornerback, potentially Dante Jackson. I haven't looked at the injury report, but I know he was like in a walking boot or something. He's potentially unlikely to play too. So I'll say this. Damn, I sound like goddamn Sean Payton. With the injuries and the situation the Saints have at the wide receiver position, if there's one team that you'd want to potentially face with what you're dealing with, it's the Panthers right now. Because their secondary is injuries, COVID, what have you. Their kicker is gonna kick, but he's always gonna be a fan. I'm always going to be a fan of him because he butchered that kick when we were playing against them, Kyle Allen. He just missed that shit. So I've always been a fan of him. Slade, whatever his name is. Yeah. So it's just it's not going to be an easy game, but I still think it's a winnable game for them. But for them to win it, they're going to have to come out and have the right script, and we're going to and horrible.
Like I'm to the point where I can't wait till that first 15 script is over. Like
done.
Let's get through it.
And this has been a criticism, and I know I'm not the only person that has it. Is I don't understand, and I know Travis will be in my text because he hates it. Travis really hates the amount of personnel switches that Sean Payton does, especially when the offense gets in the groove. But I don't understand why the team does not go more up tempo. Now I might understand it now because you have a lot of younger players who may not understand. So I get that, but
And Sean Payton's from the school of let's make sure the defense has the least snaps as possible, because the less snaps the defense has, the better. So that's kind of the framework he's operating out of. But man, it ain't like you got to do it all game, but just like just to get your offensive rhythm. We see it every time. Like when the offense goes in high tempo, Drew Brees, hit that back foot, bang, 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 bang. Like just to get your offensive rhythm, like. Just do it. You know what I'm saying? Do it for, a series here and a series there. You ain't got to do it, a whole quarter or nothing like that. I've always wanted to tell, I'm just waiting for the day of maybe we get him on a podcast. You block by him, but maybe get him on a podcast one day. I'm like, bro, come on, man. We're not going to hurry up, man. He ain't going to hurt nothing.
Drew has been so great at it in 2-minute drills or whatever. Like when
he's one of the best, man. Like
it's insane.
Even with his little tic-tac arm, he's still good.
Oh man, it's again. I feel like I'm gonna belabor this point. Adam, to me, this is the game. It's gonna be Latavius. It's gonna be Alvin. It's gonna be Jared. But Adam, we have the same name, bro. We have the same first name. Show out. Just show out, please.
Do something, right?
Please. Anything else you wanna hit on? Anything else around the league? With everything coming up.
Man, what's up with them Cowboys, bro? It's not even through the middle point. Players talking about coaches aren't teaching, and they don't even have a plan, and this is the worst coaching staff and all that shit. Damn, could McCarthy be out at the one and done? Usually Jared Jones don't roll Julie. Jared Jones, you know what I'm saying? He stick with a guy for a long haul, you know what I'm saying?
I tweeted it, Jim Johnson. Yeah, I tweeted it, bro. That's when you apply for a job and you know you ain't qualified for. First day on the job, you listen. I know that I take a lot of glee in it because there's no team that I can't stand more than the Cowboys. But it is very confounding that with the talent that they have on defense, but also, is it that crazy? Because we could say the same thing about our defense.
Yeah, it's true.
So, and maybe Mike Nolan just needs to come back and coach the linebackers.
Come on back, bro. Come on.
Maybe maybe that's what it is, bro. Because as soon as he left, everything fell apart on our defense and everything fell apart on Dallas's defense. So maybe we just
ain't that crazy.
But
and like, man, J-Lon, he's not looking good.
No, he's not. Etch a Sketch is, he's
hurt.
Just as bad as Anzalone in terms of his injury concerns. It's bad, man. And I thought like I've always kind of been like a quiet like Andy Dalton guy, but
yeah.
I mean, he has weapons around him, but like his offensive line is terrible. So
it's bad, man. Like that's the major key out of anything. Like the Dallas, vaunted offensive line is gone. Like it's just.
Oh yeah, it's gone.
It's just not that. It's just gone.
It isn't. Huge game with the Titans going against the Steelers.
Oh, I'm watching that, boy.
Huge game. I don't know, man. Like I know in games like that, like I trust the Steelers defense. I really do, man. I know Devin Bush got hurt, but I trust
the backup behind Bush good. I forgot his name.
Must be nice. But I just
man, the Steelers, they just get good linebackers, man. Like shit. They ain't nothing to them.
Here's the thing. And this I tweeted this, or maybe I texted it to you after the whole fucking debacle that the Vikings are in right now when they traded Yannick Ngakoue to the Ravens. Good teams know how to stay good. Like that's it. The Steelers typically good. Ravens typically good. And I don't know what it is. And me and Trav was talking about this earlier today. And maybe it's just nothing's presented itself. But and also Nick on Twitter made a good point about this too. Is that when teams go all in, man, they go all in, right? But
no half measures.
There's no half, and I know that the Saints tried earlier, prior to the season started with Jadeveon Clowney. They tried to go all in. That was their all-in move. But and maybe they look at it differently than we do. Like as a casual, we're more than casual fans, but as a fan of the team, to me, there's still moves that could be made that can improve the team right now that can be viewed as all-in moves, whether that's trading for Ryan Kerrigan, maybe getting Geno Atkins, Carlos Dunlap.
Just OD on talent. Just say fuck it, OD. Like, okay, you got to bitch a guy. Like, just OD on talent, where it's like, oh, shit, we have too much talent. We don't know what to do. Like, that's what you want.
Like, oh, no, where am I going to play this play? Like, just get talent. Just get it. And I think that's partly a lot of the reason why when you draft players, when a team draft players, that hope is you're drafting more talent on your team. And we just haven't seen it.
Yeah.
We've seen it in Ruiz. We've seen enough of it from him, but hopefully he can just be in the start. I mean, he's going to start because I believe Easton is out with a concussion. But
we'll see. I mean, he kind of struggled against the Chargers, man. So
yeah,
I'm not going to look too much into it because he's a rookie, but. It's like, Jeff Ireland is like, he did 2017 draft pretty good, but I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. We just got to see, bro. I mean, I'm not gonna go too hard on Jeff Ireland.
But yeah, I'm just saying, like Zach Bond. Like to me,
where you at? Where the fuck is Wallace string? Where the fuck is Wallace?
To me, like that's something that should have been addressed in the bye week. Like, is Sean going into Dylan? And again, maybe it's like you said on the previous show. Maybe they know what he is, and maybe they know what Adam Troutman is, and they don't see it in practice, or they don't see it when they in the boardroom or whatever, and so that's why we're not seeing them play.
Yeah.
But fucking just put them out there. What can it hurt?
What can it hurt? But we got 2 firsts back. Yeah, 2 firsts not on the injury report.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I mean, I say that a little facetiously, because we saw his impact against the Chargers, and hopefully, like he can have just as much impact, if not more, against against the Panthers, and it's not going to be an easy game for them to win. It's going to be one of those games where you're just like, it's going to be, I don't say maybe back and forth, but I just see it being tight. Like, oh, they field goal, maybe a touchdown here or there. It's just going to be one of those tight games. I mean, that's kind of just how I see it. But we'll see what happens on Sunday, man. They just they never seem to entertain us some way, somehow, something. It's always something.
Some shit. Ain't over neither. Like something going. Something. Trust and fucking believe, bro. Sean Payton looking at the Bucks and getting Antonio Brown. You know how Sean is. He like, oh, y'all gonna make a move, huh? Shit. Like Sean Payton, he looking at the roster and he making some calls, man. Will it come to fruition? Who knows? But
we'll see.
Don't be surprised if something happens. Don't just be surprised.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all. It wouldn't surprise me at all because he sees
the Rankins better be looking like, oh.
Yep. Well, I don't know this area code. Like, oops. Uh-oh. But again, as always, have fun, enjoy it. I mean, enjoy the game on Sunday. Ryan and I, as always, we'll be back and we'll recap it Sunday night.
Oh yeah.
We'll be. I don't know if we'll be
early game, right? It's a 12 o'clock game, right?
Yeah, so it's
12 for me.
Yeah, it's 10 for me. Because the game's so early and we're going to record till one of the fun things I enjoy about us doing like the rapid recap shows when they have a primetime game is like you and I are pretty lit. Like I guess my uncle listened to like one of our primetime eps that we recorded, and he texted me. He was like, you were either very buzzed or like very drunk on that episode. And I was like, why the fuck are you judging me? But I don't typically drink during Sundays, during the games, unless
neither me.
Yeah. But we'll be back on Sunday. So again, if you fast forward or you missed it, so if you're a current Patreon subscriber, you're contributing to the podcast, you are getting a hashtag Saints Twitter podcast mask, getting it. Don't worry about anything. It's coming your way. When you get it, rock it, sport it, put it on Twitter, use, at the account, at us, use hashtags, go crazy with it. And if you want a mask or if you want to become a subscriber, search us on Patreon, donate at least the $5 level. And depending on how many Patreons we get after today will depend on how many, if we need to order like a new batch from Nola Hat Plug, we'll do that. But like I said, we have things in the works. We have things that we want to expand this podcast. So this is just the first of many.
Yes, sir. So keep it up, folks.
So enjoy the game on Sunday, guys. We'll be back Sunday night to recap it, win-loss. We're going to laugh through it as always. With that, we're out.
Peace.
Denim is in demand at Plato's Closet in West Ashley and North Charleston. Get cash on the spot for everything denim. Bring in your trendy and classic styles of gently used name brand denim. Get paid for your denim shorts, skirts, jackets, jeans, and more. We're looking for denim that is blue, black, or a bold color. And jeans in styles like mom jeans, bootcut, baggy, flared, and ripped. We want everything denim. Sell your denim for cash at Plato's Closet today. Plato's Closet, located in West Ashley on Sam Rittenberg Boulevard and North Charleston on Rivers Avenue.